The route for review section of the proposal record is the last stop before we submit this proposal into routing. And you'll notice that as you're filling out all of these various sections to the left on the proposal record, this route for review section is not present. What actually triggers this last section to appear is when you enter that last question on the foreign support and collaboration area. See, the proposal record in Cayuse SP is built under the assumption that you probably filled out all of these sections on the left from top to bottom. You aren't necessarily required to, but for the most part, users do things from top to bottom, and so the assumption is that when you complete the last field on the last section, you're probably getting ready to route this proposal record for review. Now, this route for review section won't turn into a green check mark until I complete these two fields. The first field asks if we have included the proposal attachments in the Attachments tab. If you select No, it'll remind you to do so. And if you select yes, it'll tell you that you're good to submit this into routing. Now, there's actually one last field in which you are going to identify the DCG officer that this proposal record will be routed to. This field is actually required in order to turn this Route for Review button blue and to push this record into routing. So what you would do is select your DCG officer from the dropdown. I'm going to say Amy Barnard. If you don't know who your DCG officer is, you can click here to view our DCG contacts directory and look up who your officer is by unit and sponsor type. You should not just randomly assign DCG officers. Each unit at USC has their own DCG officer assigned, depending on if the sponsor is federal, nonprofit, university, or hospital, and then for-profit or international. Now, once I've selected my DCG officer, notice that this Route for Review button turns blue. Clicking this button will actually push the record into routing, and when I do that, the proposal status will change from being in development to under review, and all of the fields that are present in each of these different sections will become uneditable. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Route for Review button, and you'll notice that in the upper right-hand corner, the proposal status changed from in development to under review.